The statewide freeze has temporarily closed the Oregon Zoo, but with one big exception.
Yeah, the ZooLights celebration is still taking place. This year, it's a drive-through event, and Joe V is live at the Oregon Zoo with a look at the tradition. Joe, as a person who went for years and years to ZooLights, I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around the drive-through portion. I know you often see golf carts kind of driving through the zoo. Is that where people are driving?
Right. Yeah, it's different parts of the zoo, Shauna. As you mentioned, entirely a drive-through experience right now. And I think the best thing about that is on a rainy day like this, I'm actually going to stay a little dry. I could get used to that. Unfortunately, Nikki Simmons doesn't have that luxury. She had to put this whole thing together. She's with the Oregon Zoo. So, Nikki, tell us a little bit, for people that, we've all been to the zoo, where does this route take us through, this drive-through route in the Oregon Zoo? Is some of it behind the scenes and is some of it the zoo proper?
Yes, some of it is behind the scenes. If you're familiar with the zoo, not all of our paths are super wide. So you'll come in near the train station. That's where you'll enter the zoo. You go down past the penguinarium towards the family farm, and then you're going to go back behind the scenes from there. So you'll be behind the polar bear exhibit that's being built, behind elephants, behind some other areas. You'll go up into the concert lawn, down Zoo Street, and then you'll exit out another service road.
And, having covered ZooLights a number of years, it's great because a lot of the exhibits, like the penguins that we saw right there, you still got them just in different areas. I'm just curious. Talk to me about the work that it took to set this up, because you decided, I guess, in the summertime that you were going to have a drive-through, a portion of ZooLights. Having to reconfigure something you've done for decades in a completely new way, what was that like?
It was an interesting process. So, like a lot of people, we had to lay off lots of employees when everything started. And ZooLights really is nearly a year-long project between planning, repair, design, and all of those folks were gone, and we didn't bring them back till September. So it was, a couple of the key players on that team, they really drove the bus on where to put everything. So there was a lot of work, a few things we had to purchase, but
well, and I will say, and I've only driven through a portion of it so far. You guys have done a great job of replicating that feel and obviously keeping people safe. So the way it works, folks, is they go online and buy a timed ticket first, right, before they even come here.
Yes, that's correct.
And what are the times? What is the time window, I guess, that people can come?
The first time is at 5 o'clock, and then it goes till 8:40, and it's 20-minute intervals.
And on top of that, you can also pre-order some food. And you have to pre-order it, but you can get some hot chocolate, even some elephant ears to munch on while you're driving through there. So you can kind of replicate the ZooLights experience in a fun, safe way. And it's going to run into January, right? With the exception of Christmas, it's pretty much every night.
Every night until January 10th, with the exception of Christmas Day.
Okay, as always, we'll have a link to all this information as well at kptv.com. Guys, a lot more to come. We're going to show you more of the cool sites here at ZooLights a little bit later in the show. Let's send it back to you.
All right, Joe, thanks.